Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association and Convention. We are here with the head coach of those Armadillos from San Saba, Coach Agurrie. Coach, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for everything you do for freaking high school football. It's awesome, dude.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
My boss right there in the black, he pays me to watch football. It's a pretty sweet gig.
It doesn't get better than that, dude. That's awesome.
Gig. So, all right, Coach, first off, we got to talk about the lettuce.
Oh, dude.
The hair. It is glorious.
Thank you.
It is now, first off, I want to ask, did the kids love it?
Man, the kids love it. I've tried to cut it about 5 times, and they said, Coach, you just rock it for the rest of your coaching career. You've been doing it for I don't know how many years. Yeah. I tried to cut it, and they're like, Coach, just keep rocking it, man.
Well, it's like if you cut it, you lose your powers.
Oh, right? yeah. I know.
Now the question is, does the missus like it?
No, she does not. She was pretty frustrated at first, and I cut it. I said, hey, happy Valentine's. I did it for you. I did. I feel like I lost my powers, man. Yeah. She was like, I kind of miss it. Let's just go back.
It grew on her, didn't it?
It grew on her.
You know what? My wife didn't like me very much at first, and I kind of grew on her.
Oh, there you go.
Get it,
there you go. Gotta love that.
Yeah,
Gotta love that.
All right. You might have the best hair here at coaching
appreciate
school.
that.
Now, a lot of these guys don't have a lot of hair like me. I had to give it up and just
I got 4 assistants that are no hair. Just shave every week, every day.
Man.
Low maintenance. Yeah. But they work on that beard, though.
There you go. Yeah, you got to have something.
I can't grow a beard. They can.
All right, Coach. First off, let's talk about your ball club heading into 2024. And I think the first thing we got to talk about is a lot of change.
A lot of change.
You guys are moving into Region 4, a brand new district. So first off, how surprised were you when you got your packet in February when the UIL realignment came out? How surprised were you with Region 4?
I was shocked, honestly. We were trying to play all those teams in the preseason, and we had it all locked up and had everything rolled up, ready to go with the district that I thought we were going to be in with that Hamilton,
You thought you were going to go north?
Yeah, I thought we were going to be in that district in Region 2 again, and they hit it with the opening of the packet, and oh dang, I got to get to work. So started getting a bunch of
started buzzing, right?
Buzzing, contacts, and I was just like, man, we got to get some things going. Let's go.
But I mean, from a distance standpoint, because you guys had those guys played in scheduled for non-district, when you think about it, just traditionally you guys have gone north, or sometimes you've gone to the west. Distance-wise, going south isn't that much of a difference for y'all, right? It's just different. I think the biggest thing is going to be the playoffs. If you can get into the playoffs and you can win a game or two, I think the playoff path, you're going to be traveling a little bit more playoffs, right?
Yeah,
that's a good problem to have,
right? It's a good problem to have. It's always been a dream of mine to play or coach in the Alamo Dome. Those kids know that, and they're all about that. The biggest thing with this new district is, how do you get across I-35 at that traffic time with all those stoplights? It's not a main road in a big town. You're going into some rural areas with the stoplights. People are going there too. I mean, it's going to be a big time headache, but the Armadillos keep rolling, and we'll get through it.
Get a little planning, right? A little extra planning. For you being a guy who is, you mentioned playing in the Alamo Dome's kind of been a dream, which I know a guy maybe can help you with that if you get to the playoffs. I got a guy for you.
Yeah, for sure.
But being coaching school here in San Antonio, your hometown, you're a San Antonio guy. It's got to be nice to have coaching school back here at home. Do you hit some of your old spots?
Oh, yeah. We talk about it. Being from New Braunfels, we hit some good foods. We took the staff to Pollos Asados yesterday, and they loved it, man. Okay. They tore it up, and we go to good food. I love food, man.
Oh, yeah. We're foodies, man. Yeah.
I see all your posts. I'm like, damn, I got to try that out. That looks good, dude. So they love it. Love going to the mall, things like that. And
a lot of stuff for the families to do here.
Oh, yeah. It's great, dude. Yeah. It's great.
It's awesome. And it's such a great convention. There's so much. You see a lot of old friends and guys you coached with, and your guys who mentored you when you were a young coach. You're still a young coach, but guys who are your mentors.
Hey, man, 40 years old now.
Yeah,
man.
You're not eligible for 40 under 40 anymore. But you made it, right?
Yeah, I made it.
So, but you see guys that you coached and coached with, that kind of thing. It's always a great thing, and all the vendors and stuff.
Oh, it's amazing.
Do you wish that the district would just give you a blank check and just let you come in here and buy all these toys?
I wish I had the card, man, and just come on, swipe here, swipe there, come back with some goodies for everybody, man.
Some toys, right?
Be like Robin Hood, just take it and and giving it to everybody.
When you look at your ball club, first off, we'll talk about your ball club specifically, but I want to look at your non-district schedule. You mentioned you had to make some changes in your non-district schedule. Kind of break down your non-district slate, who you guys have, and what challenges those teams bring.
I mean, we're starting off with Grape Creek, and they're a team that's done some good things in the past, up and down, but, they're a 3A team. They're going to have better numbers. We're scrimmaging Sonora and Brady. Those are two really good teams, two ball clubs. Yeah. We're playing a private school in Waco Riker who could be really good or just, not the greatest.
You kind of don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know what you're going to get if they're going to roll out those 5 D1 athletes or not. And so it's going to be a toss-up right there. And Hamilton's going to be good. I mean, it's going to be rough. And then there's that Battle of the River with Goldthwaite. You know what you're going to get. It's going to be a hard-nosed game.
Knockdown, drag out.
Knockdown, drag out.
Doesn't matter if you're undefeated or winless, right? You throw the records out.
It's going to be crazy, dude. I mean, it's in San Saba. We're excited about it. It's awesome. It's just an awesome thing to have in your community.
When you look at your ball club now, specifically to your team in 2024, let's kind of break down your team. What are some areas you feel like going into 2024 you feel good about? And maybe some areas where, hey, we still need some young guys to take that next step and fill some jobs that got, we lost with graduation.
Yeah, I mean, you covering San Saba football and high school football for a while, you know that we've made some great runs with some kids that we had, and we knew that those athletes were going to move on. And small town football, you have your ups and downs. Sure. You just got to keep it afloat, keep the culture alive, keep those kids believing, and that's what we did. And now we have a great sophomore group that went undefeated and have some good athletes mixed in with some strong big dudes up front in the junior class and some great senior leadership. It has the making. We have the potential. We just got to put it together as a unit.
And you're girls. You mentioned a good sophomore class. They are a talented group, but they're sophomores.
They're sophomores.
And you're going to have some growing pains.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe give you some gray hairs a time or two.
Oh yeah.
So, but you got to kind of grow with that, right?
Oh yeah.
And that's what non-district's for, right?
You got to take your lumps. I mean, you know what you're going to get. They're going to be able to make plays, but they're going to make some mistakes. They're young. I mean, that's what you get. I mean, it's good. It's a good group, and they're going to make some fine Armadillo football players one day.
All right, now let's talk about that magazine right over there, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine, which you'll be getting thank you for doing the questionnaire. We give you your copy. Being a guy who played high school football in this state, and I know you look forward to the magazine coming out. What's the magazine coming out mean to you personally?
Oh, man, it's awesome. Just a good reading material, time to get away and reflect and look at the upcoming season, just get an overall perspective of other teams, what they're doing. You hear names, you see names, and then you start putting things together on Friday nights, and when you hear it on the news and things like that, it's just a tremendous read, man. It's just something you look forward to.
It's a rite of passage, right? Like everybody, and the funny thing is, kids these days don't, with social media and they have everything on their phones. But when they see their name in the magazine, it's still a big deal.
It's a big deal. Thing, right? It was a big deal when I got my name in there, and when I was in high school, I was like, dang, that's freaking awesome, dude. And I was proud of it. And these kids get their name, they're proud of it. They want to live up to expectations and to do everything they can for their program. And it's just awesome, dude. Awesome for these kids and all the hard work they put into the game.
We talk about coaching school and the coaching fraternity and the profession and those types of things. And for you, be interested to hear, who are some of the coaches when you was a player and as a young coach, who are some guys who really mean a lot to you and some of your mentors? I know you're not going to hit them all.
Yeah, I can't hit them all. I mean, there's so many great coaches that were in my life helping me down the path that I'm on now, man. In high school, Rick Rhodes, he was my high school coach. He did a heck of a job guiding us, and my linebacker coach, Greg Porter, who passed away recently, just tremendous dudes, and just coaching kids hard, loving them harder. Ricky Sargent, who's at Hearn, gave me my first job at Hempstead, believed in me to be a defensive coordinator over there, helped me along the way. Chad Leckler, who's gotten out of the game, we've come up together, and we're good friends, and we talk ball all the time. And lastly, Coach Fekoch gave me a chance at San Saba to be his defensive coordinator. We talk quite often, and those guys are big influences on my life, and they impact not only kids but humans as well.
And those guys, I know if you picked up the phone and called those guys right now, they would pick up the phone.
They would answer, they'd holler. It's awesome.
But now you're a head coach. Now you're starting to become a mentor to some of those younger guys in your staff. So now that it's a cycle, right?
It's a cycle, and you just got to keep on planting that seed and keep on watering it and keep on developing the game and understand that we're here for these kids. We're in the kids' business, and we got to make the right decisions for them. And in the end, things will work out for you.
All right, final question before we get you out of here, Coach. Before we get you over to Gavin for some social media stuff. Describe what a Friday night is like in San Saba at the graveyard. you guys have one of the most unique stadiums in the state of Texas. It's got a lot of lore and mythical things that happen there. What's a Friday night like in San Saba?
Man, the energy is great, dude. I mean, the people from San Saba and our community come out in droves and numbers. They come, they support. You hear all the fans going crazy for their kids, the bands playing, the Dilloettes, the cheerleaders. It's not a big old stadium. It's all right there compacted, so the energy is incredible, man. And the people who are at the concession stand, our Catholic Church runs our concession stand, and they make the best burger, dude. And the line is always packed. You smell the burgers on the sideline.
You're getting hungry during the game,
dude. I'm like, God. And you hear my dad yelling from the stands, "Come on, coach!" And I'm like, "Oh."
Is your dad giving you a hard time?
Oh man, my dad, he's my biggest supporter, man. One story, real quick. One time in the Snook, when we made the playoffs for the first time with Chad Leckler, won that game. A family came up to me and said, "Coach, man, good job. Defense did great." And I said, "Oh, thank you." They were like, "You had a fan up there who's like, 'Come on, defensive coach, you got to do better.'" And I was like, "Oh, don't worry. I don't worry about fans, whatever." Well, this guy's walking towards me, and they're like, "Coach, that's him. That's him." And he comes and gives me a hug, and he said, "Coach, good job, son. Love you. You did good." And I was like, "This guy?" And I was like, "That's my dad." And they're like, "That was him yelling at you, man."
He was just giving you the business.
Oh, giving me the business, man.
That's part of it, though, right?
It's part of it. But San Saba, it's great. Tight knit, big energy. Grass is thick, shrubs, sweating. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
I've seen the Dillos play in person. One of the craziest games I've ever seen in my life.
That was crazy.
The Celeste game at Mineral Wells. But I've never been to a game. I've never been to a game in San Saba. I got to change that.
Dude, you got to come, and I'll give you a ticket for a free burger, man.
Let's go. But I better get there in the first quarter, right?
Yeah.
If not, that line's going to be long.
Grilled onions, cheese, they load it up. They cook their own fries there. I mean, it's awesome, dude.
There you go.
It's freaking good.
All right, Coach. Well, appreciate you. We'll get you out of
thanks,
here.
brother.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Good luck in 2024, and appreciate what you do for the student athletes.
You too, man. Thanks for all you do for us, man.
Thanks, Coach.